Peter Pan, that's what they call me. Promise that
You will need hair color, bleach, developer, comb, and also bowl. Let's get started, ladies. First, we're going to take our developer and we're going to apply that inside the bowl. While applying that, we're going to make sure we do 1 part developer to 2 parts, I said that wrong. We're going to do 2 parts bleach, 4 parts developer. So pretty much 2 parts to each 1 part. So I'm sorry, I'm yarning during this talk over. I know I am the worst. Anywho, let's get our developer. I'm using 30. One's almost empty. I can pretty much gauge it by my eyes. So I'm just going to pour in what I have left over. And as y'all see, I put it up there, 2 scoops, 4 part developer. I'm not leaving y'all hanging. Like I say, I kind of gauged it by my eyes. But you can also use a scooper. Make sure you rinse it out, dry it off before you put it back inside the bleach so the bleach doesn't get wet. But I kind of know what 2 parts of that is. So once we add those 2 parts, we're just going to take our mixing brush and we're going to mix that up very, 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 very well. I know you're supposed to have on gloves right here, but I'm pretty good about this stuff. So if this is your first time trying this method out, please put on gloves. Please protect yourself. And as you see, you want to stir it till it gets to this paste. So once it gets to this paste, we're then going to start applying it. So I'm going to take the little comb in bleach thingamajiggy object, that right there that I had. We're going to take that and we're going to go ahead and dip it into the bleach like so, just right there. I'm just going to make sure I get pretty much good coverage over the teeth of the comb. And then I'm just going to take it through the same wig that we already colored earlier, and we're just going to comb it in all over. Just combing it in, begin combing it out throughout. As you see, I put it up there. I'm also writing it just in case you guys can't hear me well. But yeah, we're just gonna keep combing in. I don't want to take a brush through it for the simple fact I only wanted to do brighter highlights of red. And so I'm just taking my fingers and right there in the front, I want the red to lift and sit right there very well once I bleach it. And just combing in, being very gentle. As you see, I did put my gloves on. So yeah, ladies, yeah, please make sure you're putting gloves on. So I'm just going to take the hair down where the closure is, and I'm just going to part it like so, and continue to comb in the bleach.
Rail and marshmallow on the beat.
And I just part it, keep parting it. Try not to get too close to the roots because like I say, we just want some more highlight effects of this red. So pretty much for the red to stand out in certain places versus the others. So you don't want to go too close to the roots because I don't want the color when we do the water method of coloring it to sit and stick on the closure. So after we're done, after we finish combing it in, we're going to let that sit for 20 minutes. After we let it sit, we are then going to rinse it out with some warm water. Now it can be cold, warm, whatever suits you, but this is developer and bleach, so I'd rather use warm water to make sure we're getting all the product out of the wig. So you're just going to rinse it out, and as you can see, the highlight colors showing up. We didn't let it sit too long because I don't want the colors to be too bright, but I do want it to lift a little bit. So as you can see, the little gold that's showing up just a little bit in the camera. Probably can't see it that much, but I know I just saw some. Just make sure you're rinsing it all the way out. You don't want to have any bleach left in your hair because then you'll have breakage and that's not good. So once you have it all rinsed, we're going to fill up our sink with warm water and we're going to add the coloring to it. Now I've had these packets from the Brother & Brother show and I got so many of them, so I just use that, but you can also buy your own rinse. Then you're going to go ahead and just place your wig in there. I like to do a couple of sweeps through the water, then let it sit. I let that sit for about 20 minutes, approximately 20-30 minutes. I just let it sit in the water, letting the whole wig soak up some of that color. And then once we're done, we're going to start rinsing it out. Once you let it sit, we're going to let it rinse. So the water's draining and I'm rinsing at the same time. And I just like to run my hands through it, making sure I'm getting all the water out. I just keep rinsing it. You see that? So now you can see the red and it kind of showing up. And you also want to make sure the water runs clear. That lets you know you're not going to have any left out. So now we're going to fill out water, sink back up with warm water and add our silicone mix, which is a conditioner. And once we fill the sink up halfway and pretty good amount of conditioner put in there, we're going to add the wig. Now I like using silicone mix because it's really good with extensions and it really brings extensions back to life, especially after you have colored them. So we're just gonna go in. I'm just using my hands, scooping it out, stirring it in with the water. You can also use the the sprayer. I can't think of what you call it right now, to kind of stir it up in the water. Now once we've done that, we're gonna go in and add the wig, and I'm going to let that sit and let that conditioner kind of soak up. Let that sit for 30 minutes. Now I let this one sit for 30 minutes, but when I bleach my hair and it's really bright, I let it sit for a little longer. And she is all done, ladies. As you can see, the highlights are beautiful. You can see that red is really popping now. So with that being said, make sure y'all keep following me here. Make sure you subscribe. Follow me on YouTube, Instagram, Skittles Well to Be, baby. We out.